The foundation of any good hairstyle is a good haircut. You must consider each client's head shape, facial contour, neckline, and hair texture before beginning any haircut. You must also respect the client's wishes, personality, and lifestyle, all of which you'll learn during a successful consultation. Each new client brings the potential for fresh challenges. If you think of each challenge as another learning opportunity, you will ensure your future success as a professional barber. Reference points help you navigate during a haircut and can be used to establish proportionate design lines and contours. The following 3 reference points assist you in the haircutting process. First, the parietal ridge, also known as the crest, horseshoe, or hat band area, is the widest section of the head, starting at the temples and ending just below the crown. When a comb is placed flat against the head at the sides, the parietal ridge begins where the head starts to curve away from the comb. The parietal ridge is one of the most important sections of the head when cutting hair because it serves as a transition area from the top to the front, sides, and back sections. The second reference point is the occipital bone, which protrudes at the base of the skull. When a comb is placed flat against the nape area, the occipital begins where the head curves away from the comb. The third reference point is the apex, which is the highest point on the very top of the head. A barber must be able to visualize how the head form relates to the way a haircut is approached. The following terms are essential to understanding the design process. A parting is a smaller section, usually 1/4 to 1/2 inch of hair, parted off from a larger section of the hair. Partings may be held horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, depending on the desired effect. A guide, also known as a guide line or a guide strand, is an initial cut by which subsequent parts or sections of hair will be measured and cut. A stationary guide is used for overall one-length looking designs at the perimeter, such as a blunt cut, or to create design lines along the perimeter. A traveling guide moves along a section of hair as each cut is made. Once the length of the initial guide has been cut, a parting is taken from in front or near it, combed with the original guide, and cut. Then a new parting is taken, combed with a second parting of hair, and cut against that guide. It is this use of the previous guide to cut a subsequent parting of hair that makes it a traveling guide. Tapering or a tapered cut means that the hair conforms to the shape of the head and is shorter at the nape and longer in the crown and top areas. Blending of all the hair lengths is extremely important in tapering. Layers are produced by cutting the interior sections of the hair and can originate from the front, top, crown, or perimeter. Layering can be angled, uniform, or fully tapered. Texturizing is performed after the overall cut has been completed. Thinning or notching shears or razors can be used to create wispy or spiky effects within the haircut or along the perimeter. Here the barber is blending the hair ends and removing excess bulk with the thinning shears. Tension is the amount of pressure applied while combing and holding a section of hair for cutting. A design line is simply a series of connected dots that result in a continuous mark. Straight and curved lines are used in hair cutting to create the shape and direction from which the hair will fall. The 3 types of straight lines used in hair cutting are the horizontal, vertical, and diagonal lines. Horizontal lines are parallel to the horizon or floor and direct the eye from one side to the other. Horizontal lines can be used in the top section to create blended layers or to establish design and weight lines at the perimeter, and are used to create a one-length look and low elevation or blunt haircut designs. Vertical lines are perpendicular to the floor and are described in terms of up and down. Vertical cutting lines remove weight within the cut. Diagonal lines have a slanted direction that is used to create sloped lines at the perimeter on the design line. When used at the perimeter, these lines are often referred to as diagonal forward or diagonal back. Angles can refer to the degree of elevation at which the hair is held for cutting, or to the position of the fingers when cutting a section of hair. Elevation is the angle or degree at which a section of hair is held from the head for cutting, relative from where it grows. Elevation, also known as projection, is the result of lifting the hair section above 0 degrees or natural fall. This projection of the hair while cutting produces graduation or layers and is usually described in terms of degrees. A low elevation of 0 degrees produces weight, bulk, and maximum length at the perimeter of a hair design. To perform a 0 degree or 0 elevation cut, a parting is made in the section to be cut. After combing the hair straight down from where it grows, it is cut either against the skin or it is held straight down between the fingers in a natural fall position. A stationary or horizontal traveling guide is used to create the design or perimeter line. The design line then serves as a guide for all subsequent partings that will be brought to the design line for cutting. This technique creates crisp, clean lines around the hairline on shorter hairstyles and achieves the standard blunt cut on longer hair. Holding the hair at 45 degrees from where it grows is considered to be a medium elevation. Medium elevation or graduation creates layered ends or stacking within the parting of hair from the 0 degree distance to the 45 degree position. A stationary or horizontal traveling guide is used to achieve the graduated or stacked effect. Use of a vertical parting projected at 45 degrees with the fingers holding the parting angled at a 45-degree diagonal will create a tapered effect from shorter to longer lengths. A 90-degree angle is probably the most common angle used in men's haircutting. It produces layering, tapering, and blended effects. When using the 90-degree angle, the hair is held straight out from the head from where it grows. This requires a traveling guide in order to move around the entire head. Lengths on various sections of the head can vary, but the hair will still be blended overall and considered to be a high elevation cut.